Hello. Can you tell me what are these? They are not posters. They are leaflet. Leaflet. What are these leaflets about? They are all about road safety. You can tell by the title. For example, the first one, Safety Tips for Cyclists. Be smart, buckle up. It's about wearing seat belts when you are on a transport. This is about traffic lights. And this is about some safety rules on school transport. In your TB page 27, there is also a leaflet. Can you tell me what is this leaflet about? It's also about road safety. It is about how to cross the road safely. You can tell by the title of the leaflet. And this is under a campaign called Be Safe, Not Sorry. A campaign is a set of activities. So these activities about be safe, not sorry. This leaflet is printed on the front and on the back. You can flip it in your textbook. Let's take a look at the front. It tells us what to do to cross the road safely. Cross the road at the right places. We can use a footbridge. Go over the footbridge. Do not cross the road here. Crossed at the zebra crossing. This is a zebra crossing. The vehicles will give way when you walk across a zebra crossing. Use the subway. A subway is built under the road, so you go through it to get to the other side of the road. It is not a sandwich store. Crossed at the pedestrian crossing. The zebra crossing is black and white. A pedestrian crossing is black and yellow. Look right and left, and right again before you cross. So you need to look carefully before you cross the road. Let's recap the vocabulary here. What is this? Yes, a footbridge. This is a zebra crossing. He is going into a subway. This is a pedestrian crossing. He is a pedestrian. Let's take a look at don'ts. Something that you should not do when you cross the road. Don't cross when the light is red or flashing green at the pedestrian crossing. This is the red light. The green light is flashing. In these two situations, you should wait on the sidewalk. Don't cross when a car is coming. You should wait on the sidewalk until all the vehicles have stopped. Don't run across the road because you might trip and fall. Then you might get hit by a car. Don't climb over railings onto the road. Have you ever done that? That's very dangerous. These are railings. Railings. There is some extra information in this leaflet. For more information on road safety, call our road safety officer, Mr. Tang, on 2837-4874. So This piece of information tells us what to do if you want more information. You need to call Mr. Tang, and here is the telephone number. Be Safe Not Sorry campaign can arrange talks and visits to schools and youth centers. Call Eva Low on 3746-4747. So with this number, if you call Eva Low, they can arrange talks and visits in your school. Arrange does mean organize. So they can send some people to your school to tell you about road safety. We always do this in our school, on different topics though. Visit our website www.besafenotsorry.com.hk to find out more. What can you read on the website? You can learn about the campaign. Let's take a look at another leaflet. School transport safety rules. Can you tell me what is the purpose of this leaflet? Who is the target audience? Target audience mean who is this leaflet for? The leaflet is for students. So you can say it tells students about what? Tell them about rules for riding a school bus safely. Inside the leaflet, there is an introduction about the leaflet. School transport safety rules. A great number of pupils take school buses and nanny vans every day. Do you know what are nanny vans? This is a nanny van. Have you ever taken a nanny van? It is important to get the pupils to know the safety rules when taking school transport vehicles. This word, vehicles, does mean transport. A car is a vehicle. A bus is a vehicle. A taxi is also a vehicle. Vehicles takes people from place to place. In promoting school transport safety, schools, teachers, parents, guardians, school transport drivers, and pupils themselves all have a part to play. The following rules are for the pupils to obey when taking school buses or nanny vans. So, according to these introductions, what are school transport? School transport refers to school buses and nanny vans. Why is it important for students to know the rules? Because many pupils take school buses and nanny vans every day. Who should study the rules? Although the rules are for the pupils to obey, but schools, teachers, parents, guardians, transport drivers, and pupils themselves need to study the rules. Now let's take a look at the rules. Should board and alight from a vehicle properly as directed. Board means to get on. Alight means to get off. You need to get on and get off the bus properly. Act directed. Who directs the pupil? Maybe the nanny. Must remain seated all the way. To remain seated does mean you cannot leave your seat. To write rules, we use modal verbs. For example, should, must, can, when, may, and might. Usually, for writing rules, we always see should and should not, must and must not. Must and must not is to express obligation. Obligations, that means something that you cannot do. We use should and should not to give advice. So you can listen to it or not. Must and must not is much stronger than should and should not. Should stand clear from the moving of vehicles after alighting. Again, alighting does mean getting off. So after getting off the school bus, you should stay away from it because it is moving. Should not eat or drink for the sake of keeping the vehicle clean. That's why the school teachers always tell you not to eat or drink when you go on a picnic on a school bus. We need to keep the vehicle clean. Look at this picture. Must not play with the, what do we call this? You see this on a bus too. Usually there is a sign for it. Do you remember the word that says on the sign? It is called emergency exits. Emergency exits. You should not play with it, or you may fall out of the vehicle. Must not get on or off a vehicle while it's still moving. So to get on or get off the bus, you must wait until the vehicle has totally stopped. You must not talk to the driver or shout during the journey, because you might disturb the driver. It is very dangerous to disturb a driver. You must not put the head, hands, or any part of the body out of the window. I'm sure you cannot do this because the window on the school bus cannot be opened. Also, you must not play during the journey. That's why you need to remain seated. Do you follow these rules when you ride on a school bus? You can now try to make a leaflet on your own.